we don't care that it's recording us a little bit early. That's fine. So,
By the way, it's 66 degrees here.
Oh, wow.
well, you guys are nice and warm.
Nice weather.
Yeah.
Or
Well, we're 86 down here in the Rio Grande Valley.
quit bragging.
Yeah.
Hey, just wait. You'll have snow coming any moment, right?
Here pretty soon.
Wow.
Kim, I've got a job for you I need to talk to you about later.
Okay,
Oh,
just
uh-oh.
send $1 million check ahead of time. We can talk.
Yeah.
I'd love to help you. Just let me know.
Hey, David,
75th.
I'm just going to go ahead. I'm sorry, David. Go ahead.
I was just going to say 75-year club birthday coming up. They want to do like a commemorative pin or
Cool. I'd love to
pocket
do that.
coin or something, And I
Yeah.
told them, well, I got the girl for that.
Well, I'm happy to help.
Oh.
Thanks for the referral.
Let me just say that I offered her $1 million for a retainer. She turned it down. So,
No, I did
that's how
not.
difficult she can be.
No, I don't think I'd turn that down.
Ryan, good to see you. Glad to have you with us tonight. Thank you.
Hey, Ryan,
Hey, you got a new nickname, Hawkeye.
you're here.
I want to know something. Ryan, have you are you done sorting glasses? You going to do some more?
Oh, we got done. We held on to them for months to get that many
How
sorted.
fun was it?
It was lots of fun getting the club together to do it.
Yeah.
We did it at a regular meeting, so everyone was already going to attend. So
Mm-hmm. It really opened my eyes to what the eyeglass recycling centers have to go through when they get those, because there's so much crap in the box as well. And you're trying to look at that little tiny type for recycling. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really think I want to do this for a living, but very insightful. That's for sure.
And having to go through hundreds and hundreds of eyeglass cases because people think we could reuse the cases too is also annoying.
What do y'all do with them? I heard people are using them for little medical kits.
We've been throwing them away. We hadn't heard there was any use for them.
Well, you've got real sturdy ones for like sunglasses, they told us they would take them. And I don't remember if it was local here in Waco or statewide, but they actually put like packages of Band-Aids, aspirin, alcohol swabs, that kind of thing. And they just make little portable first aid kits out of it. So, I mean, you might turn that into a project if you think it through. Just a thought.
Yeah.
I haven't even heard of that.
Yeah,
I'll
I mean,
look into that.
I thought it was pretty
We've
creative
been throwing them
myself.
away.
Sure, exactly.
Karen,
Don't recycle.
Yeah, Karen Ratliff has been known to sell those. Some of the nicer, bigger ones that kind of have designs on them and fabric covered and all that. But she's been known to sell those at our council meetings.
Oh, interesting.
Well, I see the time has reached us to be 6:01. I'm not going to sit and make everybody wait for anybody else that wants to come in. If they come in, they come in. If not, they don't. So I know your time is valuable as well as mine. Not so much as yours. You guys got work to do. I don't. I want to tell you one thing. It's great to see those of you who are here. It really is. I miss all of you. I do. I wish that we would have had an opportunity to get together over the holiday period, and we did not. But I think that maybe next year, why don't we put this on a calendar and think about having something to do? We'll find a central location. Obviously, it's going to require some planning, but I'd love for all of us to get together and have a council get together for the holidays next year. I felt really bad we didn't do it this year. And I think it would be a lot of fun. So I'm going to chat with all of you in February. And by the way, I will be there in February. We had, for those of you who don't know, I'm having a hip replaced on January the 15th. and right hip's going to be replaced. And based upon everything that I've been able to glean, to hear, and to understand, I will be able to. I should be on a cane by then. I will be off the roller, but should be on a cane by then. So I will be there. So looking forward to seeing everyone. Uh, I have to start this off. I have a couple of comments I want to start off, and again, I want to say it's great to see everybody. It really, really is. I've missed all of you, and welcome, Jeffrey. Glad to see you here, man. Or
Sorry.
I'm sorry, we can hear you, but we can't see you. You're hiding yourself, but hello. So
Sorry, I had some clients.
that's quite all right, and we do understand. Work does go on. First and foremost, Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you're looking forward to this next half of the year. Let me tell you, it's going to go by as fast as you can only imagine. If you think the last year and a half has gone by quick, just wait for this half a year. I mean, you will be on the plane heading to Hong Kong, and you're going to go, where in the hell did the time go? I'm not ready, but you are ready. All of you are ready. And I'm going to tell you that right now. All of you are ready. If tomorrow you were to pull your ribbons and you were going to be district governors, you are ready to be a district governor. I have no doubt in my mind. A couple of things, though, that I am going to say in my opening remarks to you before we get started into our meeting is that I know there was some confusion about the schedule as it came out from Council Chair Kathy, and all I did was I just forwarded, guys and ladies and guys, I just forwarded that email. It to me, and I apologize to anybody that I may have offended. I apologize to anybody that because I may have not put the proper caveats in there. And more importantly, I apologize because I just assumed that you would have realized that is the Council of Governors agenda. It's not our agenda. And that agenda is made up by the council chair for the entire weekend. It has nothing to do with anything that we would have, or would have nothing to do with anything that the second vice district governors are going to do. So first, let me just say I'm sorry if anybody had any consternation with that. And again, I will also say, David, sorry, I'm saying I'm sorry. You hate to hear me do that. But
I'm used to it, but okay.
I know you are. And but the train that we're going to have in Kerrville is still on. It will start at 7 o'clock in the morning. Kim, I'm sorry, it's at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Otilia doesn't like it either.
I'm sorry.
True. Otilia does not like early mornings like I don't. So
hey, well, you know what? Early mornings get your blood pumping. Come on now. Come on.
yeah, I was
it's
gonna
good.
say, shove coffee in our hands and put us down somewhere and we'll be fine.
Hey, look, I'm going to speak for Brian and I on this one. Brian and I are used to those early mornings. I may speaking out of turn, but Brian and I are from the military side of the house. We started early in the morning, so I mean it gets us over and done. So that's good. But training will happen starting at 7 o'clock on that Thursday morning, February the 5th, and we should be done. I expect us to be done by about 11. If my memory is right, it's 3 hours and 50 minutes. Mike, you may remember off the top of your head, but it's about 3 hours and 50 minutes of training. We do have to allow for breaks in there. That's why we took it to 11:30. But breaks are required by Lions Clubs International to be put in there. If you guys don't want to take a break, we can run right through and get this training done. And then the good part about it is that's the last of our training as a council that we will have to do in any of our training sessions or any of our work sessions or whatever we're doing as we meet for Council of Governors meeting. However, that does not mean it's not the last of your training. I do know you have more training to go through this month during January, and I do believe you got some in February. So, I mean, I don't know, but because they don't share that with me. But the training in Kerrville will take place. We had a couple of questions about the spotlight on service. Spotlight on Service is back. Thank you to Stephen Mabry, Lion Stephen, who has graciously been able to add information, and I'll talk about the email we just got. All of us should have just got from
Whitney.
Whitney here just a little while ago. But Stephen has been very gracious about if you have a Spotlight on Service, you want to thank a club, or you want to recognize a club in your district for the service that they're doing within your district, and you have a picture or a photograph that can go with that, please write that article, no more than 500 words, and submit that to Stephen, and he will make sure that that is put up on the MD2 website. Diane, thank you for the one that you submitted. There's been a couple more that have been submitted. Atelia has submitted one.
I'll
And
have
somebody,
one.
and Kim has submitted one. We have
I will.
some that have submitted. They're up there, and really appreciate that. The good part about that, and why that's so important, is that it lets anybody that goes to the Lions Club website, to our MD2 website, see the service that the clubs in our district are doing. It's not necessarily about what our district's doing, but it's the clubs in our district, and it's showing that service that we're doing. So we want to continue that Spotlight on Service. Again, it no more than 500 words, and it could be on any club that you have in your district that is doing a service project that you think is a noteworthy project, or if you think it's a pretty cool project that you want to highlight. So please make sure that you do that. Next thing I have on mine is the council schedule. I just want to make a small comment on this. When it comes to the schedule, we have had the conversation about this early on in our time together, and I'll reiterate that here this evening. One of the few things that I actually have control over, I don't have control over you, I just have control over this. One of the few things that I have control over is the schedule. And so if you have a question about the schedule, or if you don't understand anything about the schedule as it is published, please call me, email me, or text me. One of the three ways. I will get back to you immediately. I just don't want to have any confusion amongst the council about what our schedule is. And if I have misled anybody, or if I have done anything to confuse the issue, I want to be the one that will unconfuse that issue. So please, if you have a question about it, if you think something is not going to happen, or if you want to pontificate, do that with me, and we'll set that record straight. And the last thing I have on my little opening comments is about the 26, 27 district goals, your district goals that you will establish as you move into your Lions year. First and foremost, I'm gonna put a caveat out there, and that caveat is Chris Gunstream has absolutely no authority, nor does he have any approval or disapproval of your district goals. I don't. I have none. However, I do have a little bit of experience in district goals, and I do have a little bit of experience in districts, whether it be here at MD2 or whether it be in the other 4 districts within GAT Area 1A, on district governors who have set themselves up for success, and unfortunately some of those district governors who have set themselves up to not be quite as successful as they would want to be. I'm going to ask you, you don't have to, but I'm going to ask you, as you prepare your district goals going forward for the 26-27 year, before you submit those goals to Lions Clubs International, if you would just run them by me. I'm not an approval nor disapproval on those goals, but if I see something that I think that might be something that you could avoid, you could do better, or maybe you're overstating uh, I would like that opportunity to tell you. Now, at the end of the day, whether you take the advice or not is totally up to you, and it has no skin off of my nose, nor will I be upset or concerned or whatever word you might want to say if you don't take advice that I give you. But I would like to have that opportunity to see them because I do know that there are concerns about what Lions Clubs International is telling you what you must do. And on the other side of that coin, you have a council chair that is telling you, don't be concerned about what LCI is telling you. Be concerned about what we're going to do here in MD2. And I think at the end of the day, uh, if we have a real honest conversation, uh, Lions Clubs International is going to give you a target. I'm going to look at you and say, I want you to set a goal that you can reach. I could care less about LCI targets. We don't work for LCI, we work for MD2. We don't, and you as governors collectively set MD2, but you as each individual governor work for your district. You know what you can and cannot do in your district. Don't let LCI dictate to you. I know that's completely on the other side of the coin from what you've been hearing, but I truly mean that, and I will go to the wall on that one right there. So those are the four things that I wanted to talk about. So I will turn this meeting now over to you guys, and I'm actually going to turn it over to Mike as your vice council chair. You have the remainder of the agenda, I do believe, Mike. And I don't see Terry here, so we don't. I know Terry's sick. She's not well. I talked to her yesterday, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere within 10 miles of her. So we don't have a treasurer's report unless somebody else has one.
Poor thing.
I do not.
Okay.
Okay, let's start off budget committee report. So there has been a group of us that have been meeting with various Gs in the state, as well as some other. We met with Lion Nancy Smith, who's the Leo chair, and I've spent some time over the Christmas break, and I've put together a first draft. For those of you that are not aware, there are actually three budgets. There's the MD2 administrative budget, there's a Leo budget, and then there's the Promote Texas budget, which in our particular case will not only involve the international convention, but since we will have a candidate running for international director during our district governor year, it will also be a part of that because John Landrum will be able to draw upon some funds to Promote Texas. So we are working on that now. I have Kevin Smith, who is not with us, and I was going to let everybody know, if you're not aware, Kevin is going to have some eye surgery in the morning. So keep him in your thoughts and prayers. He's got a tear in his retina, I guess, and they're supposed to be lasering it tomorrow. So anyway, I did hear from him right before the meeting. He has taken a first look at it. He and I had been talking about it for a while, and he volunteered to take a quick look at it. So I have run it by him. He said he's gotten through the MD2 and the Leo budget. He's supposed to send me his comments tonight on that. He has not yet gone to the Promote Texas budget. And I've also shared it with Council Chair Chris as well, too, because I wanted his feedback on it as well, too. My plan is the rest of the committee, I will send it out to the rest of the committee next week. I will ask everybody to spend a little bit of time reviewing it. We'll have our monthly meeting a week from next Wednesday. Hopefully we can, talk through whatever we need to talk through. Our plan is to be able to submit a draft to everyone in February in Kerrville so that you guys can get a look at it. We can have some discussions during our workshops around that. Any questions?
3/4 of a mile. Bear
Yes,
right
Diane.
or and then 30 feet.
Where do the funds come from for the Promote Texas Fund?
It is part of your dues, Diane. Part of the state dues goes to Promote Texas.
Okay, thank you.
So that is the sources of funding for the admin side, of course, is dues as well as
Bear
Promote
right
Texas.
or
The
and
Leo
then 30
funds
feet.
are funded by the Leo dues.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other questions? If not, state committee chairs.
Or
Hi, Jared.
4 miles.
Good to see you.
Turn left onto 15th Street.
Where are we going, Natalia?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm trying to figure out how to mute this.
That's okay. I just wanted to know if you were coming along somewhere.
Turn, so.
I'm at a stop sign, nobody behind me, so I'll try to figure out the phone.
Okay. So I sent a text message last night to the group, and we received 6 applications out of all of the chairs. As you all know, we sent out notifications to all of the chairs. We sent out notifications to all 3 councils that are currently sitting, including the International Family, notifying them that applications were open. And we received back an application for Opportunities for Youth from Dr. Nia McKay, Global Leadership Team from PDG Lisa Freemartin, Global Service Team from PDG Renee Lampson, GMT PDG Vinod Mathur, Alert Chair Jackie Arnold, and USA Canada Forum PDG Woody Matthews. And those were all of the applications, the recaps, and the communications that I received from all of the chairs.
Yep.
So I talked to Diane. Since I'm not going to be able to be in Kerrville, we have the opportunity to interview candidates for positions. And she and I sort of discussed, since these are pretty well-known names, I don't know that there's any need for an interview process. At this point, I think we're at the point in the game to where we turn it over to the council and hear from you all. If there's anyone that would like to interview any of these candidates, feel free to. I will tell you, I don't know if any of you have heard any feedback or pushback or anything on the way that the process was done. But in the policy and procedure manual, the chairs are requested to give an annual recap of the previous year. And they are also requested to reapply for their position, regardless of where they sit in the term of their position. Any chair serves at the privilege of the council. So we are allowed to replace anyone if we wanted to. This was made well known in the letter that was sent out. And as I said, there were only 6 emails returned back to me that either requested to continue their process, sent in a recap, or applied for a position. So all of the other chairs were duly notified and did not choose to reply back.
Chris, is that pretty customary for that? Jared, you did a phenomenal job with it, by the way, first off.
Well,
So don't be
thank
too
you.
disheartened by it. I don't know how many people actually look at stuff anymore, but 6 is, I'm sure, pretty frustrating. But Chris, is that kind of common? Everybody just assumes they'll just keep in the same box and not have to notify anybody?
I'm going to answer your question, not necessarily the way you want it to be answered, yes and no. And I will, let me thank you for asking that question. Jared, I think you also have an update from Gloria Vinod on diabetes.
Diabetes.
Yes. Well, she gave a recap, but from what I understand, she has timed out.
She is
So her-
timed out. There's no doubt, and you guys will have to discuss what you want to do with that. I know what the policy procedures manual say, and you guys will have to discuss. I have no dog in this hunt, so I just wanted to say that she did put her recap in. I'm Kim. You've asked a good question. Over the years, it has gotten worse about people applying for these positions. Well into your negotiations, if you will, I'm going to call it that way instead of the begging, because you guys begged. I mean, we did. There's no doubt. You truly beg people to put information in to request. Jared and his committee sent out a number of requests. I think Jared, I sent out 2 emails
you did.
to all of the people saying, "Hey, you need to do this if you want to serve. Let them know you want to serve and do this." I mean, so there's been 5, 6, 7 emails over the course of the time. So we've done everything we possibly could. I did reach out to TJ and folks. Let me just say the reason I reached out to TJ as the representative to the uh, international family is he is the last sitting ID we had, and he is recognized as the voice of the international family. So I reached out to TJ, and he and I had a long conversation about this. And I'll just give you the bottom line. Jared had reached out to me and said, the council has made the decision that if we don't have people applying for certain positions, the council has made the decision we're not just looking to put a body into a job.
Right.
We don't want to do that. And that the council will take one member of the council will take on the role of a chair that is not filled until we find someone to fill that chair. Jared, have I misspoke in that comment? If I have, tell me now, because I already spoke it, but tell me now.
Yeah, I mean, that was the conversation that you, Mike, and I had was basically we don't want to fill a chair just to say that, Joe Smith is a member of this committee,
Yeah, and I forwarded and I told TJ I made that comment to TJ, and I have to say that I told him that I was extremely proud of the fact that this council was willing to take that step to let a chair go vacant, let somebody from the council fill that role, and until we can find someone who is willing to step forward to take on the role. Here is his answer. His answer to me was, number 1, good on the council. Number 2, don't worry about what anybody may say to you. Let it go in one ear and out the other, and let that chair go vacant. So,
in a quarter mile, turn left onto 15th Street.
You know what? I don't have 15th Street here in Marshall, but I'm really want to try to find it. So
hey, Ophelia, turn left.
She's muted now.
You turn.
Go left, Ophelia.
I have to say that from the standpoint of the international family, I'm proud of them for making that of making that comment. Somebody raised their hand. Who's raised their hand?
Not I said
I guess
somebody raise a hand.
No.
I'm going to lower the hand. I don't know what I guess it was my hand by accident, but
I say this in jest, but I mean it just a little sincerely. The less chairs we have, the less we have to hear during the Council of Governors meeting. So it may go a little quicker.
Jared, and I will, and you're right. And you know what? This is something that the council is going to have to deal with on this. TJ he brought a good point forward. And honestly, I don't know. I don't want to talk to another doctor tonight. No, leave me alone. No.
I
Um,
understand.
I've had enough of them today. Uh, he has, he had brought to me, he said, you know, Chris, what do you think about this? He said, you know, uh, we have lessened the ability or we have reduced the importance of those committee chairs to the point of we don't let them talk at a council meeting. Um, and he said maybe we're making it where they feel that the chair is not important enough. And my comment back to him was, you know, each one of those chairs have the ability to submit a report. Even if they stand up, we will reckon if they are there, we will recognize them for being there. And if they have something to add to a report, then we will let them add. But to just let a person stand up and look, I look across this audience that I have in front of me, and I'm gonna, I'm gonna, Jared, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna quote you because I thought what your comment to me was yesterday was funny. So I'm just gonna say this, or maybe it was today, but I can't remember. But Jared said, "Is there?" Jared, as you all know, has a work conflict, and he is trying to work through these work conflicts going on at his plant. So he will not be with us in Kerrville. And he said, I can drive in on Friday night to be there on Saturday to turn around and leave immediately after the Council of Governors meeting to get back to work. Or will you excuse me from the poke in the eye process? And and I may not have quoted you completely, Jared, but that's pretty close to what you said.
Yeah.
And we all, and if Jared is making that comment, let me just take you back to the 2019-2020 year of governor. We used to call it a poke in the eye with the sharp stick because every committee chair would get up there and start talking, and they would talk for 10 or 15 minutes. And we had a couple of them, Carolyn Costatello, who was the TLERC, and we also had oh gosh, what's her name? Who has one of the things to do with youth out of Dallas. They would get up there and start talking, and let me tell you, 30 minutes in, and you were hoping that they would take a break and leave. So there's a bit, you know, we have to find a happy medium.
Well, you
But
know, people
TJ's
actually clap when somebody says they don't have a report. I mean, I've
right,
seen
and
that
that's sad.
several times, and that is sad because it's
That's
like,
sad.
hey, we don't care about what you have to say, so maybe that's a lot of it.
And
So,
that is a lot of it, Kim. That is a lot of it. And that's TJ's point. Maybe we don't, we are looking at trying to run through our
in a
council of governors
hurry.
meeting because here's the question I have for you. We start a council of governors meeting at 9 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday morning. We're done by noon, but we want to get through it by 10 o'clock. What are we going to do with the other 2 hours? You know, I'm not asking you to answer that question right now.
Good point.
You know, I'm not asking you to give me that answer, but what is our hurry? We're there. What does it hurt to give somebody 5 minutes? What does it hurt to give somebody 3 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
What does it hurt to say, we appreciate your time in taking on the role of XYZ, and we want to hear, and while we don't want you to you know, we can have an off conversation. We don't take 30 minutes, but we, you know, if you have some addition to your report, we want to hear it. But we need to make sure that we comment on, we really want to hear your report. We want you to submit your report. What are you doing in support of this as it retain or pertains to the lines of Texas? So I think TJ has a good comment or a good point there, but I think there's something in between. I think there's a point in the middle where we can all get to an agreement on.
Well, it may just be an attitude change in a branding shift of saying, hey, what you have to say matters. We're not going to rush you. We want to hear what you want to say. Sorry you haven't felt maybe the way that appreciated, but I mean, that's just going to have to be an attitude shift because
and
the
it will
past
be,
councils I've seen, they just want everybody to rush. you know?
And exactly. But and at the same time, Kim, you have to realize that if you take all those chairs and you give everybody unlimited time, we'll be there. I have been in
Forever.
I've been in a council of governors meeting that has lasted until 1 o'clock, and you don't want to do that either.
Oh,
I mean, it's just, oh God, you know. But and you don't, but we want to give them the opportunity, or we want to make them feel like they are important and
correct.
their position is important. That's why they've applied. So
Can I
this is something.
make a
this,
suggestion that we
Of course you
had,
can, Mike.
we're getting, I think we need to move on our agenda. I mean, it's a great conversation. It's probably something we need to discuss more when we're in Kerrville, but I want to be
Yes.
sensitive to everybody's time, and we still have a lot on the agenda here.
The
So,
Lions are meeting. No, the what? The Lions.
Okay.
I guess this is
And Mike, if I could, just
not the
one
right
last thing, and then
place.
I'll
Sure.
get out of the way.
Okay.
We had a
It's down there.
conversation about some of the G positions. Just know that the Gs are not a sacred position, but I have tried to talk to them, and we will have a conversation with the committee on the Gs offline. So just want to let everybody know that. So go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Goals committee, Donna.
We should be in good shape so long as everybody is getting their last 2 or 3 years of information together so they can form their goals. Just remember that that's got to go in the portal, I think, right at the beginning of February. So if we're going to, for the district, so if we're going to finish up our district goals, we just need to make sure everybody has that information put together and ready so we can go ahead and compile it into our council goals to make them reasonable. We just can't do the council goals and then expect the districts to just fall in on that. So
Hey,
we got
Donna.
to hear from them first.
Donna, let's confirm that date, please, because I know districts are not required to submit theirs until April.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
we're a little
okay.
bit out of sync here if we're
Because there was
doing,
something about having to be done into January or February. Maybe
well, that's what
Hi,
they're
I found
suggesting that
you.
they be done.
and that's where I'm getting at. That's what they're suggesting.
Right.
I'm fine.
Right.
It's
I
cold
just-
out there.
Otelia,
Well, because it's the wind is blowing. That's
Otelia,
okay.
can
I'm
you
a
mute,
little
please?
early. I wasn't sure how to get here, and so I wanted to allow extra time.
Right.
Okay.
I'd rather be
If
early
you'll
than
just
late.
confirm that, Donna, just so we're all on the same page. I think
Anyway,
it's great that we continue
that's
to
cool.
move forward and put those together, because
Okay.
we're going to have to put
Okay.
those plans together anyway.
Fine.
So, I would
Right, and we
suggest
want to
everybody
discuss it in
continue to
February.
work on that. So,
Okay.
okay. All right. Anything else on the goals?
Not
All
that I
right.
know of. We just need council, each one's.
No worries. Okay, state pins. I sent everybody an email with the last count that I've had, and I've had several people reply. Many of you have said I'm good with the count. A few have adjusted. So I think we're down maybe 50 to 100 pins. I'm going to ask everybody to go ahead and, even if you're okay with it, just so we're all on the same page, shoot me a quick email and say, I'm good. Just leave it the way it is. And then that way I won't be waiting on anybody. Kim and I will be getting back with the pin setter probably next week. Do you think, Kim?
Mhm.
And let's get it finalized. Once we know the number, we'll get a final count or a final cost. And then based on that, we'll get the amounts out to everyone.
Mhm.
And as we've talked about, we're going to need to pay for these once the pins are delivered. And usually that's a couple of weeks. So, once we order the pins, once they deliver them or once they ship them, then we get invoice for them. So,
Well, Mike, how about if I just order them through by design and then the council reimburses me? I mean,
you
'cause I'm
can do
gonna have
that,
to
but I
upload
would
the art anyway. So,
quite honestly, Kim, I would use that as a second option.
okay.
I would really prefer that people go ahead and get in front of this, so we're not
Right.
having to go back to people and ask them to pay.
Oh, you mean for
what they
everybody to
can-
order their own?
No,
Help
for
me.
everybody to send. We talked about sending the money to Terry.
okay.
Terry's
I
going to
forgot about
collect
that.
the money.
My
We'll
bad.
send out the list with everybody how much they owe. What we will ask them is everybody to mail Terry a check, send her,
I got you.
get her Zelle or whatever, right? And get it paid as soon as possible so that we can cover it at the beginning, but we shouldn't have to wait on this because we're waiting on people to pay.
So am I
Yeah.
ordering the
Exactly.
pin with instructions to bill Terry?
That's to be determined.
Yes.
we'll talk to.
I think so.
TBD.
Yes,
Because they may
yes.
ask me to go ahead and pay for it at the time of
And
order.
that's fine. We'll
And we'll
work
figure that out.
with
So
them.
no
We'll
biggie.
figure it out.
Okay. We
Okay.
got it covered.
I just wanted to let everybody know that's where we're headed. So
Can we just say that we need to have that paid at the meeting in February when we get to, I mean, we're talking,
Maybe,
what,
yeah.
2 weeks away?
yeah,
When
we
We
could
don't
when we
order
get
till we
there, if
have
you have it
everybody's
all,
payment.
Sounds good.
could
pay
do
it
that.
before that or pay
We'll
it
get a
then.
final cost. We can get a final cost once we
Mhm.
know the final numbers.
Mhm.
And then based on that, we'll send it out to everybody and we will ask everybody to make their payment at the council meeting.
Terry. And then if I need
Terry
to
at the
put
council
it on my
meeting.
credit card, I can do that. No problem. So
That
we'll figure it out.
works. Very good. I like that. Good suggestion, David.
We need to save
All right.
Kim's credit card for the bar.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
Agree with
accruing
that.
miles on it, baby.
Yeah, there you go.
I just have to pay it when it comes due.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
For sure.
Unfortunately, Terry being sick, and I'm not sure why Alexa's not here. I just texted both of them. I was hoping that we could get a report on, I know they have made payments to spouses out of our fundraising
Mhm.
for travel to, but I wanted them to give us an update on how many spouses and all that
Hey,
good
Mike.
stuff. But yes, sir,
Could I speak to that?
you may.
Okay. There were 3 applicants,
Okay.
and the proceeds of the board were split in equal amounts to those 3 applicants.
Okay.
And they were
So it was
paid out
3.
by, yes, sir. And they were paid out by cashier's check through Terry
Okay.
Okay.
about a couple of weeks ago.
Perfect. Okay.
Good.
Jared, I'm
Very
going to
good.
be sitting behind you on the way over, so I get to kick your seat for 16 long hours.
As a matter of fact, I moved up to the bassinet seat,
Nuh-uh.
so I'm on the bulkhead.
And may I just say one thing here? Kudos to this council for doing that. I don't think there's been a council before you that has ever done this, and I know that those people who needed the help greatly appreciated this help.
We
So
love each other. That's what we do.
thank you, council, for doing
There you
that.
go.
I'm very proud of you.
I totally agree with that. Totally agree. So I think that's a wonderful reflection on this group.
It is.
February Council of Governor Hospitality Room. David, Alexa, Jeffrey, and Ryan are up to bat. Do we
Yeah.
have a plan? Do we have a theme?
I thought Alexa had a theme, but I'm not 100% sure she finalized that. But I think she was thinking kind of a 50s theme or something, but I don't know. I'm responsible for getting all the liquor out of my garage and get it to the down there, which I may have to buy a new vehicle to get one big enough to haul it. But anyway.
Well, I have a question for you, David. We had a bunch of parties we went to and we're recipients of alcohol from things that we will never drink. Is it okay if I bring it to contribute to your stash?
Sure.
Okay, then I'm gonna.
And that goes to
we're not gonna
everybody.
drink some of it, so yeah.
You know how
That
these
goes to
lines soak it
everybody.
up, man.
If you've got alcohol, check your alcohol closets, your secret
Pull it
stashes.
out.
Yeah, if you're not gonna drink
And
it.
if you've got bottles in there that you're not going to drink, I think we'll find somebody who will.
Yeah, one
and you're
guy
helping
came
your-
in at 11 wanting another drink in Kerrville that time.
Yeah.
And y'all ushered him
Yeah.
out. Remember him?
Well, the good thing is it helps your fellow council members too. We keep
Sure.
down the cost of the hospitality room. So,
Do-
David, I'm
do I
going to
need to-
ask you, and Jeffrey's on and Ryan's on. I'm going to ask the 3 of y'all to get together with Alexa and get out info to this group if you're going to have a theme and what that theme is, so we
You
can
bet.
we can come in prepared.
Sure.
Do I need to do like an inventory? And as far as, I don't know how,
Yeah.
you've got Cokes and Sprites. I don't know how long they last, without going flat on you, but do I need to kind of inventory that and see what we might need to pick up?
Yeah, Steve is very helpful. We did that the last time. He had inventoried everything. So we had a list of things that we needed to buy when we were there.
Right.
Most of it is soft drinks and mixers. There wasn't a lot of alcohol that we needed to buy. I think we had to buy one, maybe a handle of Jack. That was about all we had to buy in terms of alcohol. So yeah, David, it would be good to have that. And, I would suggest you work with Steve because he's very good about that. And he knows, kind of what we've gone through on these.
I discarded all the cardboard boxes and I've got it in 4 big Rubbermaid tubs,
Oh,
those that way when we take it out and put it on a table, we can stack those tubs up and shove them under a table or something and not have boxes all over and stuff.
Great idea.
And they'll last longer than cardboard. So
True.
Mm-hmm.
Do you all
Well,
want
we've also-
some red wines too?
what, Diane?
Do you all want some red wine? I have got
Oh, sure.
quite a bit of
Absolutely. We always have red wine. We always have white wine.
that. White
So,
wine.
yep. Wine is always appreciated.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I think, David, what we'll have to, to your point about the soft drinks and things like that, we'll probably want to get at least, as I remember, we didn't have to buy a lot of
No.
soft drinks. I think we maybe had 12 pack at the most of any of those. So I
It's
would
a
pretty
tonic
much
and
just
seltzer
plan
water.
on, tonic and, that sort of thing. So once you get the inventory together, if you'll share it with Steve, myself, Kim, we can help figure out what all we're going to need.
Okay.
And always remember to have a little bit of water, a case of water. I mean,
Absolutely.
You will go through a lot of water.
Well, and the other thing too is ice. We'll have to get ice while we're there. And we generally have to do that pretty much every day.
We need a commitment.
Jared, do we have coolers? I think we have a couple of coolers, don't we?
Well, they were mine.
Oh, were they yours?
I would bring them back and forth.
Okay. I can bring one too. I can bring a cooler.
Yeah, I've got 2 coolers as well.
Okay.
Gary's got 2 and you've got 1, so that covers coolers for ice.
Yeah. Well, and we put beer. We ice down the beer.
My son-in-law's got 3 or 4 Yetis, so I'll borrow some.
Well, I wouldn't worry too much about it. You're going to have all that liquor to bring, David. Don't worry about the coolers. Between Gary and myself, we can bring 3 coolers should be plenty.
But the more room I take up with alcohol is less room that my wife can fill up with suitcases and stuff. Saves me a lot of effort.
That, my friend, is a personal problem.
Dream on,
beyond
dreamer.
the scope of this council.
Just keep on dreaming on, dreamer.
Okay.
All right. Chris, you had passports and travel arrangements. Did you have
I did.
You wanted to talk about?
I know that I would hope that all of you have your passports are done. Your travel arrangements are done, both for you and your spouse. I do know that there may be 1 or 2 of you that I've had some conversations with that are still kind of struggling. You have with the passport issue here or there. And the question was, if I don't get it done right now, when the cutoff date by LCI is, am I going to be restricted? And no, you're not. They are going to honor your travel, but you've got to have that passport in hand. You have to have that information to give them. The only reason they wanted to have that and be done with by the cutoff date that they have is it saves them some money. And we can all appreciate that. But please, if you need help with passport, let me know. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about getting it approved, but I can certainly work with you and walk you through the steps of getting an expedited passport if you need one. But if you, that was my main concern, Mike, is that we do have, I know of one, maybe two that have not, that do not have their passports in hand as of Friday of last week. So, if you need help, let me know. Okay. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
No problem. No problem. All right. That's it on the agenda.
Can I ask one question about the trip? Has LCI decided on a hotel for lodging yet?
No,
I think so.
I haven't.
Not
I
heard
haven't. Now I have not heard, Diane. And now have they decided on one? They probably have for all of you guys. They just haven't let you know.
Okay.
I feel very sure that they have negotiated that pricing for all of you and those rates and the lodging. They just haven't made it public yet. But you got to remember, this is now January. You're not going to be there till July. It's probably going to be another couple of months before you're going to hear it. And I'm hoping that they surprise me and let you know this month. But I don't see that happening. So, but they will make sure that you have a place to stay. Yes.
Can I ask one question?
Of course.
Before we go, on the GETs and GA, all our G team stuff that we didn't get but 7 responses, how many of the others of those are not timed out, are still thinking that they've got a year or two or whatever on a term? Do we know?
I will let me, if you don't mind, I'm going to look at Diane and Jared. Do you want to answer that? Or is it okay if I answer? You let me know.
No, go for it, because honestly, the only one that I knew of was Gloria.
Well, we're talking about G's. We're talking about the
Right.
G's here. So
That's what I'm saying. I think that the only one that I knew that was a hard stop was Gloria. Now the rest of them.
Gloria.
Okay.
Gloria is a hard stop. The G's. The G's are let's talk about the G's, because they're a different breed of people than the other committee chairs. And here's why they are a different breed.
Okay.
The G's are global action teams. They're part of, they have a global membership team, global leadership team, global.
Gotcha.
You have to remember that global. As your council chair, I am the global action team coordinator leader of MD2. So those globals they report to me, but we all collectively report to the council. So let's get that establishment of let's get the hierarchy of where it is. They report to me, but all of us report to the council in that regard. We have 5 global.
Hey, I'm good. How are you? I didn't know you was going to be here today.
Gary, you're on.
Gary, you're muted. You need to mute, Gary. There you go. We're here, bud. Thank you.
Hey, how are you?
Great to see you. I love that enthusiasm. I wish good Lord. There are 5 global positions out. There's 6 counting the global action team leader. We had 3 of them that were going to continue, and we had 2 that we had one. I'm sorry, we had one. That was the GST that was not going to continue on to this year, and none of them had timed out. In other words, they've not reached the 3 years, nor have they reached the 6-year portion of all the times that they could of the total time that they could serve. But the council, to my understanding, Mike and Jared, And Diane, please, if I say something here that is wrong, I want you to correct me. But it is my understanding that the council wanted some changes to be made with relevant to the talents of the people that were sitting in the current position for this year. And those positions were, they would like to see Ronnie Martin go to GET. They did not want to continue with the committee did not want to have Paul continue as a GLT, and they wanted to ask Lisa Free Martin to come in as the GLT. GMT, which is currently Vinod Mathur, they wanted to see Esmeralda move from GET to GMT.
That's right.
And then GST, which was a vacant position, I made the recommendation to the committee that they look at, and I want to be quite clear here. I made a recommendation based upon a conversation I had with Kim about Renee coming in as the GST for the MD. I think that was a very, I think it's a good choice, but I made a recommendation to that.
Okay.
Not been approved. You guys will make that approval. And then as GMA, I recommended that, or not, I did. The committee wanted to move Vinod from GMT to GMA. Now, now my understanding is that is what the committee and the council wanted. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I am in no way, we are not looking at moving anything other than just those 5 people is all that I have been involved with or talking to. And I asked the council to please let me reach out to those G's because I knew them. I knew the touchiness, the feelingness of all that crap that, you know, that goes on with that because it's the G's at the MD level. Other than that, the committee chairs completely different. I mean, it is whatever you guys established as the 31st of December. If that nobody applied, then we don't accept anything anymore, and we don't reach out to anybody. I did ask the committee, Jared, Diane, Mike, and the rest, and all the committee, to let me have until January the 1st to start talking to folks. I wanted to get after the holidays. Ronnie Martin is glad to take on the role of GET. Okay, he's glad to do that. GST, you guys will make that vote as a council if you want to accept Renee or not. Again, we've reached out to her. She's the only one that has applied, but you guys will make that decision. Lisa Free Martin as GLT. Again, you guys will make that vote and make that decision if you want her to serve in that role. And oh, by the way, if you don't want Ronnie Martin to serve as GET, you guys have that authority to do so. We've reached out to him and asked him to serve in that role. He's agreed to do so. But if you've now changed your mind, it's up to you.
That'd be a little awkward. I mean, what do you do?
Well, it may be a little awkward, but you know what? It's your decision as a council. If that's not what you guys want, then that's not what you want.
Name somebody to replace him.
I have no one
Who would that be?
I have no one to recommend. I'm only making the comment that you guys got to vote on it. It is not given. It's not given. It is not my guy or my girl. I don't want you to think that it is.
I got to interrupt real quick.
Yeah,
I need
Gary.
to interrupt. Yeah, I'm sorry. I got to interrupt real quick. I'm getting ready to walk into my home club meeting. I'm getting ready to induct some new members and all. So just wanted to touch base. I do want to share this on the GMT. If she's available to do it, Esmeralda could do it. I have a call out to her today about my district, but she has moved. She's no longer in 2X1. She's moved down south, but she could do the GMT. Propose if that's somebody that's that you guys like. She's pretty dynamic about that, but that's up to what the council wants to do.
And I appreciate that, Gary. And we there's going to be some issue with GMT as we move forward because and not because of Esmeralda.
Whatever we decide is fine. I'm going to get in there. I just want to let you guys know. I hate to cut out, but we're getting ready to get started in a couple of minutes, so I got to go in.
Induct those new members. I hope it's 50 of them. Is it 50?
That's what I'm pushing for. Have a good one, guys. Talk to you later.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
As far as the GMT, we had reached out to, we were going to ask Esmeralda to serve in that role as GMT, but I had also reached out to Vinod because you guys wanted Vinod to move from GMT to GMA.
Yeah.
Vinod has said no. The only role that he wants to take is GMT. We're having a conversation here amongst us. And I'm gonna trust that what we talk about amongst us stays amongst us.
Sure.
If it goes outside of it, I will know that we don't. I think Vinod's an excellent guy to serve in any role within MB2, but I think his best role is his GMA. As GMT, I have let the committees know, the committee chairs know, co-chairs know, that would be Jared and Diane, know that while I think Vinod is a great guy and I think he does great things, he's not been one to be proactive in membership this year as GMP role would be. He's great about providing us with statistics and analysis, and that is the GMA role. He's really good at that, but I will challenge each district to provide me an example of where our current GMT has reached out at the state level, has reached out to district GMT, providing some guidance or some thought or some just conversation of what they think should be done. In my opinion, and again, it's my opinion, not yours, okay? Not yours, it's my opinion, that each one of those Gs should be reaching out to the district representatives and working with them. Not working with the governors, but working with their counterpart at the district level. And then reporting back to the council and the GAT upon what they are doing and how they're, you see where I'm going with that. So, it bothers me when somebody says, either you will give me this role or I will take my toys and go home. That bothers me because I did say to Vinod, MD2 needs you to serve in this role as GMA.
Did he accept that?
Comment was, I decline, and I have given that information that email to Jared and to Diane. So
he was really good at it the year he did it.
So the conversation that we need to have about GMA is, you're going to need a GMA champion. Who do you want to reach out to? Or who do you want me to reach out to? I have in mind a couple of people, but I won't reach out unless you tell me you want me to. Number one. And number two, it will not be my decision. It will be your decision. Okay.
Can you share those names?
Yeah, I was just going to ask. Can you tell us who?
Yeah.
I'll gladly share one. Down in S5 would be Mark Ulrich. I've known him for a long time. I trust him to do. I trust him. He's not as good as Vinod as far as I don't think we're going to find anybody analytically or statistically involved in how all this comes together as Vinod was. I thought I was pretty good at it as a GMA champion. Vinod put me to shame. But as far as revitalizing, and that's what I try to express or move forward with, is that we need a revitalization of the GMA. This year, it has kind of died on the vine with Ronnie, and nothing against Ronnie at all.
Why do you think that is?
Well, Ronnie is all about forming new clubs. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Don.
No, I was just going to say, I know when they were supposed to have training in the beginning of all of this, I know the lady in our district that was supposed to be GMA said he didn't even show up for the training. She said nobody showed up. So she hasn't been doing the report either. So I tried to catch one up the other day.
So I will send out to you guys a couple of names. You let me know if you want to reach out to them. Okay. And if you have somebody in your district that you think would be very good at it, let me know, or let the committee, not me, let the committee know. But I will reach out to them and see if they're interested in doing that. And so we get to the GMT portion. I think Esmeralda is a great person as GMT. I personally think, Donna, you had the best GMT for MD2 that we've ever had in my time in this job, in this role, and that was with Sheila Donnelly. And Sheila's not going to do it again. No. So Esmeralda would be she's a good rah-rah person. I don't think, as I have told Jared and I've told Diane and Mike in the conversations about the G positions, I don't think Esmeralda is the best role for the GET. She has no idea about how to form a club, but she has an awful lot of information and an awful lot of enthusiasm and ideas about how to bring in new people and to retain people. So I hope, David, through this long 10 minutes or so conversation I've had, I've answered your question about the Gs. If I haven't, let me know.
Well, I just didn't want to be if we go forward to somebody that thinks, well, I had 2 years left that I was supposed to be doing this, and we took them out, if that was going to be a problem. But that doesn't seem to be the issue. So
no, your policy and procedures manual of MD2 addresses that quite clearly. Quite clearly.
I see Alexa joined us. Hi, Alexa.
Hi, sorry, I started at 7. My apologies.
By the way, Kevin, I sent him a little text saying, hey, hope tomorrow goes well. And he goes, well, I'm about to log on. Am I too late or is it the drugs? And I said, enjoy the drugs. You're a little late.
Enjoy the drugs, yeah.
He said, I will. So he's probably already kind of sedating himself, but bless his heart. Hi, Alexa.
So we're past any other topics real fast.
No.
Chris, I had one question, and I don't know if you know or not, but for the international convention, do the incoming district governors normally stay at the host convention hotel?
Yes.
So then we will be staying at the Grand Hyatt Hong Kong Hotel in downtown.
Right. The
well, that is yep.
Yeah.
So just so you guys know. Mike? I'm sorry, go ahead.
My sister-in-law is Chinese, born in China. And she was so excited that we're going to go to Hong Kong. But she said, please tell everyone, because she's been there several times, that she said it's going to be humid and hot. So do not bring heavy fabrics. And she said, too, because there are so many people in such a small space, they're not exactly good about staying in line. They cut in front of you. So if anybody is offended by that, figure it out ahead of time. And then when you get there, you know, people may seem a bit pushy, but she said, you're going to love the food. She said, it's beautiful at night, especially. Macau, she said, was like the Vegas of Hong Kong. So if anybody likes to gamble, there's your trip. But she said, do take seriously, if you try to get to the mainland, you've got to have that visitor's visa because they will not let you in. And so,
well, I was just going to let everybody know because I had a conversation New Year's Eve. We were with a person who's traveled extensively in and out of Hong Kong. And he was asking me where we were going to be staying. And if I don't know how much you all have looked at it, but the place that we will be meeting is out by the airport. Where we will be staying is in downtown. It will be at least a 45-minute bus ride back and forth every day.
Every day. Oh
Every day.
Bonnie,
Let me just-
you win.
Let me just say
A lot of buses.
that is really a short commute. When we were in Milan, and we went in the bus ride from our hotel, and they had all councils at that hotel to the convention center, was an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Oh,
So
God.
it was a good ride.
Shoot me now.
I will just want to reiterate to everybody. Diane sent everybody a while back a chat GPT thing about going to Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Pull that up and look at it again. It is extremely relevant and is very, very important. Look at that.
Thank you, Diane.
Know that information that's in that email that she sent. If you don't have it, Diane, would you please send that back out to everybody again?
I can, and even a more current, and you don't know about ChatGPT. I'm pretty sure it was accurate, and I checked it against the State Department. But the State Department website is really the best place to go for current information.
If you would if you have any additional information, Diane, send that out to everybody. I would appreciate it much.
Sure.
It is going to be the movement from my time, from when I was in Hong Kong, is totally different to today. When I was there, it was still an English colony. It's no longer there. However, Kim, thank you for making the comment about standing in line. Linda has heard me make this comment a number of times. When I was there, there was a group of us, about 6 of us, standing in line for a bus. We're like Americans, we're standing in line, waiting on the bus. The bus comes, pulls in, out of nowhere, 10,000 people get on the bus, and the 6 of us standing in line are still standing in line, and the bus leaves because it's too full. So yes, don't be offended if people push in your way. So
I was going to give you one last piece of advice to everybody. Go up the LCI international website, and there is a lot of information about Hong Kong up there now, including convention schedule.
Oh, good.
And there's all about the transportation and all of that. So if you haven't looked lately, and I only found it by accident because my friend was asking me where we were going to stay, and I said, well, they haven't decided on the hotel yet. So I just, I Googled it, and there comes the site, and it's got the schedule, it's got transportation, it's got all kinds of stuff. So just take a few minutes, and at least you'll see a little bit about the convention. So, all right. So we're 10 minutes past. Any last important items we need to talk about?
See all of y'all.
If not, then I guess our next time together will be in Kerrville.
It will be in our meeting, our Zoom meeting in February. We will not have, since we'll already just have had our meeting. So we won't be worried about Zoom meeting in February. Okay. Yes, Jared.
Sounds good.
Oh, he's playing with his pen. I thought you had your hand raised.
We're going to miss Jared.
Huh?
So we're going to miss Jared.
We are.
Alexa,
quit your job and then come down. Come on, just go ahead and quit and come join us.
No.
Alexa, are you there?
Oh, she left.
No, she left.
I think she's gone.
I was going to find out if she had a theme. I will find out and let you know.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks a lot. Now my A is back here talking to me, whoever said her name. Thank you so much.
There you go. There you go. Mine beeped at me too. So
I'm sorry.
Guys, it's so good to see you. And you guys have a great one. I look forward to seeing you in February. And thank you so much for your time this evening. Thank you now. You bet.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
I'm praying for your hip.
Me too.